Happy release day to Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. I was fortunate enough to receive an arc from NetGalley. Thank you to NetGalley. The new series by her. This is book 1 in Blood of Lilith. It is a dark paranormal romance with seductive spice. Very gripping and twisty plot to keep the reader hooked. In this book, you are based in Eden, and specifically in the district of Nineveh, or the district that has to do with sin. We are following our FMC Lilith, who uses her magic to steal information or objects to then resell them on the black market. One night, she stumbles upon a man who is lusting after her, so she uses her magic to steal this shiny magical dagger. Then leads to discovering more truths about her world, as well as ends up shattering her entire worldview and religion. You also have the main male character, Zahariv, who is delectable. He is dark, powerful, obsessed with what he cannot have, which is Lilith, because their two families are rival mafia fantasy families. Zahariv is the ruler of Nineveh. Toe curling sexual tension. The spice is absolutely delectable. If you enjoy the Hades and Persephone series, if you know how Scarlett St. Clair writes, I feel like you're really going to enjoy this. Overall, I rated it 3 out of 5. Still really enjoyed this, but I did feel like because I had read the Hades and Persephone series, I felt like the plot was kind of predictable. I felt like it followed a lot of the same outline as the other series. For that reason, I felt like some things missed the mark for me. This book is marketed as a feminist retelling for Lilith. I felt like, especially in part 1 of this book, Lilith's character arc did not serve feminist. However, in part 2, a lot of her beliefs are challenged, and you are shown of the secrets behind the church. A lot of her worldview is shattered, and you start to see Lilith come out of that more reserved shell, and she does start to branch out a little bit more in part 2. So I could see maybe where the feminine rage and feminists is slightly marketed. I don't know. I didn't really get that from Lilith. I really wanted her to be more assertive. I wanted a little bit more from Lilith's character. Also, not exactly sure how Scarlett St. Clair is going to approach this series, if she's going to do it like the Hades and Persephone and do a bunch of Lilith books and then do a bunch of Zahariv's books, just like she did the Hades books and then she did Persephone books, if she's going to kind of approach it that same way. But there was dual point of views. You did get some of Zahariv's inner narrative, but it was only just a couple of sentences, and that kind of left me wanting more from him. Some of my favorite books in the Hades and Persephone series were the Hades books. Personally, I enjoyed his point of view. It actually made me like Persephone's character more. And so I'm interested to see how Scarlett St. Clair is going to approach this series. I think just like the Hades and Persephone book, the first book might be the weakest one, and it can only get better because the last book in that series was one of my favorites. I still think about that. Some of the best spice I've ever read in romantasy. Seriously delectable. But if you like paranormal romance and need just a small little introduction into romantasy or fantasy, these books are super easily digestible and really easy to read. Highly recommend them if you like more of a spice-driven plot.